Good morning to all dear students of class 8. I'm your physics teacher and today we are going to start our first lecture of your first science subject, your science subject physics. Okay, so girls, it's your physics book, and it's physics book of grade 9. Okay, so today we are going to start the first chapter of your book, that is unit 1, physical quantities and measurement. Okay, it's your first chapter. So um, so we are going to start the lecture. Okay, so the first lecture is about the introduction of science and physics. Okay, so first one, your first chapter is physical quantity and measurement, and in junior classes or in previous grade you have already studied about the word science and definition of science, and I think you know very well what is science or how we can define the word science. Okay, but let's start with the word science. Okay, so what is science? The word science is derived from a Latin word scientia, okay, and the word scientia mean knowledge. Okay, so definition of science, I think you know very well how we can define the word science, but here we will start with the definition of science. So what is definition of science? Science can be defined as it is the knowledge which we can obtain through observation and experiment. So it is known as the science. Okay, any type of information, any type of data, any type of knowledge which we obtain through different observation and through different experiment. So that type of knowledge, that type of information, that type of data is known as word, that is known as the science. Okay, as you know, it very well that there are different branches of physics. Okay, but in grade 8 you will study only three major branches of physics. Okay, so one is known as physics, second one is chemistry, and the third one is biology. Okay, what is physics? Okay, before starting the chapter, I will give you a brief introduction about the word physics, and then we will start our chapter physical quantities and measurement. Okay, what is physics? Physics is derived from a Greek word. Okay, fuses. The Greek word is fuses, and the word fuses mean nature. Okay, or it is also derived from a second Greek word, that is physic, and the word physics mean knowledge of nature. So it's mean physics can be defined as the study of nature is known as physics. This is the simple definition of physics. Okay, or the study of universe is also known as physics. Okay, that is the second simple definition of physics. But properly, physics can be defined as this definition is also given in your book. Okay, you can check it on page 2, second page. Okay, so definition of physics, it can be defined as it is the branch of science, okay, which deals with the study or property of physical universe. Okay, physical universe. Physical, as its name indicate, something which we can observe, something which we can touch, something which we can feel. So that is the physical state. Okay, physical universe mean anything in universe which we can feel, which we can touch, which we can observe. So that is included in physical universe. Okay, physical universe, matter and energy. Okay, that is this physics is basically related with the matter and energy and how they are related or their mutual relationship. Okay, so it's mean कि physics is related with the study of property of matter and energy. Okay, and their mutual relationship between them. Mutual relationship mean relationship between them. Okay, so I think first we will discuss what is matter. And student, I think you know it very well that what is matter, in because in previous classes you have already studied about matter. Okay, but first I will tell you about matter, and then energy, and then their mutual relationship or how they are related. Okay, so matter, anything which occupies space and has mass or weight, so that is known as matter. Anything which is present in our surround. Okay, so anything which occupies space, which cover an area, which occupies space, which it's mean which cover in area. So anything which occupies space and has mass or weight, so that is known as matter. Okay, student, mass and weight are these are two different terms. Okay, and inshallah we will study it in chapter number 3. In detail we will discuss it. Okay, but matter mean girls, quantity of matter. Mass mean quantity of matter. Okay, quantity of matter in an object is known as mass. Okay, amount of matter or quantity of matter in an object is known as mass. Okay, weight is something else. Weight is actually a force with which earth attract every object toward itself, so that is known as weight. Okay, so suppose if we take an example of when we purchase sugar, so sometimes we say that give me 2 kg sugar. So 2 kg sugar is actually mass of sugar, that is not weight of sugar. Okay, or sometimes we say that my weight is 60 kg. So 60 kg is not weight. 60 kg is actually mass. So mass is the quantity of matter. Okay, and weight is the force with which earth attract every object toward itself, so that is known as weight. Okay, clear? I think clear, no girls? Mass mean quantity of matter, and weight mean the force with which earth attract every object toward itself, so that is known as weight. So weight is a type of force, we can say. Okay, so matter mean anything which occupies space. Okay, and has mass or weight, so that is known as matter. Okay, and girls, you know it very well that there are 4 states of matter. Okay, one state of matter is known as solid, second state of matter is known as liquid, and third state of matter is known as gas, and fourth state of matter is known as plasma. Okay, what is solid? I think you know different. You have already studied about the physical and chemical properties of solid. Okay, rigid and hard objects are simply known as solid. Okay, which has definite shape, which has definite volume. Okay, and molecules are closely packed with each other in case of solid. Okay, and they have strong intermolecular forces such as chair, wall, floor, table. Okay, so windows, all these types of objects which have a definite shape and definite volume, which are rigid, which are hard, so simply that is known as solid. Liquid, I think you know very well what is liquid. Okay, liquid such as water and oil. Okay, which can flow, or and it can be observed, that we can see it. Okay, so water and liquid, water and oil are the examples of liquid.